G'day and welcome to Aussievision. It is the afternoon after the night before of Eurovision Grand Final. Sunday afternoon here. As you can see, everything started to be taken down around the arena.
Yes, it's always the case, isn't it? They dismantled this whole travelling show pretty quickly. But it was a fantastic night last night. Well done, Liverpool and the BBC and EBU.
Oh, I just love the show. Amazing. All songs great. Everything worked fantastically well. Hannah was amazing as always. And that interval act, I won't lie, I definitely had a little cry or two. I think it was just the exhaustion of the week.
Yeah, knocked it out of the park. Everything went very smoothly. The voting sequence, we didn't have to cut tomato mustard or anything like that. It all went
no dramas this year.
Very, very smoothly. Well done.
Yeah, so we're going to go through some of, not every song obviously, we don't have time, but let's go straight into the winner, Michael. It was Sweden. It was Loreen. She smashed that jury vote to come second in the televote and win overall. A double winner in our time.
Yeah, congratulations to Sweden and Loreen. Fantastic performance. We did say yesterday, I think, and everybody knew this was going to be a jury song. This was going to do very well. And when those jury scores started coming through, she was just streaking ahead. And I think probably by about a third of the way through the jury, I thought, this is done. This is over.
Yeah.
We won't be able to make this up. And it was a considerable margin she led after that jury score.
Yeah, it was an incredible jury score. No real surprise. Maybe about how quickly it was almost all over, actually. I felt like 5 songs in, I'm like, ooh, is this already done? But she deserved it. I thought the performance came through so well. She lifted another year for that live grand final, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that made her televote. Like, this is Sweden we're talking about, and a very high into the 200s televote score. So she brought it.
Yeah.
It's got to be jury and it's got to be televote, and she brought on both sides.
Absolutely. They know how to play the game, Sweden, don't they?
Yeah.
Pretty much as soon as she won Melody Festival and she jumped straight into the favouritism. It was about tweaking that staging. They got it right, they got the reward. Well done.
And Sweden equal Ireland now for the most amount of wins. I think that's good for Ireland. I think they just need to have someone overtake them and get into the modern time. So that would be good.
Exactly. Been almost like a monkey on their back, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of good. All right, let's talk about Finland. Kadia, I thought that was his best performance all week. He brought it to the Saturday night, and you always kind of felt he was going to.
Yeah, absolutely. The televote said it all, didn't he? He streaked the televote there. We saw that coming. Look, some of the fans in the stadium probably weren't so happy with his jury score. He ended up, I think, about 4th or 5th in the jury.
Yeah.
But he was a considerable amount of points behind. That was the issue for him.
Yeah.
Never really was a song I thought that was going to appeal too greatly to the juries.
Yeah.
But he wasn't completely ignored either.
Yeah, he did pretty well. He didn't get obviously a lot of 12s. I think maybe 1 or not many. And I think even though he was in a position like a Måneskin and like Kalosh Orchestra, the points actually difference was there was a big gulf there.
Too much.
And just too much to overcome. But so impressed. And Finland came second. This is Blind Channel getting 6 a few years ago was huge for them. So he's won as well. Yeah. He's a star. He's going to be remembered for Eurovision forever. And look, I know a lot of people kind of want him to win because it was a public vote and we're getting the gnashing of the teeth should we have jury, etc. In the long run, I think people are going to look back at this and go, this was a right winner to have, and he was the right second place for the legacy of the contest. He's almost like he's better than Verka Serdushka kind of thing, but he will have the same longevity in the contest like she has.
Oh, for sure. He'll be iconic. He'll be remembered. They'll be playing it at every Eurovision party for the rest of history, and we'll all be screaming cha 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 till we're hoarse.
Exactly. Talking about horses or unicorns, Israel, 3rd place, pipped Italy. We were on is it Israel, Italy? You jumped at the wrong time, Michael.
Just jumped off the Israel bandwagon at the wrong time, unfortunately. Look, she was amazing. She's been a real standout through the entire week since we've seen the semi-finals and the run-throughs, and she paid off. It paid off for Israel. You can see, as we say, she's an absolute star, and you can see why. You really can. Best of the rest, and deservedly so.
Totally. She did better than jury than I was expecting her, which is, I think, why she got that 3rd. But they deserved it. The whole overall impression was great. She's a great performer. She looked like a superstar.
Oh, for sure.
And it just absolutely popped. And they improved those camera angles on that solo dance because they were a bit dodgy earlier in the week. They looked so much better. And I think that definitely does make a difference.
Yeah.
All right, Italy was 4th, just a few points behind Israel, and cost me quite a bit of money. I would have won on that bet, but I still won $110 on you. Thank you very much, Marco Mengoni. he was forgotten for a lot of the season, and just as we got here, people realised this is always going to stand out. We knew it. Marco did well, 4th place, fantastic result. Italy up there yet again.
Yeah, it was always going to do very, very well with the juries. It was about how much the public was going to come for that song. It's probably not the most instantly probably powerful song or anything like that, but the way he performs it, it had points written all over it, and another top 5 for Italy. They're good at this, aren't they? Really, really good.
The Italy era is not over at all, so I'm loving this Italy-Sweden thing. It's still going on, and he just did so well. It was one of my favourites. I was so pleased to see it, and great to see him out with an LGBTIQ flags when he came in on the flag arena as well. It was an interesting talking point.
Yes.
Also, Norway, Alessandra. Wow, look, jury, not surprised at that low score. Thought we'd get a good televote score, but not that big. She smashed it, 3rd in the televote, I think.
Yeah, it was always a bit of a pleasing song for the televoters, wasn't it, all season? She did have a bit of a hiccup with the jury. She wasn't very much rewarded there, so it probably could have even been a better result for her had she smashed that jury performance, but she's got nothing to be disappointed with here. Top 5 finish for Norway. They're always very, very consistent. She did a great job. Another one we'll be all singing and dancing around to for years at your Eurovision parties.
Oh, what a great running order she had. And then she was always going to bring it to the live Saturday night, and I was actually kind of surprised to see her do better than Unicorn in the public vote. I thought it would be the other way around, so well done to her. Top 5 Norway, such a consistent nation in Eurovision. They are knocking on the door for a win in the next few years.
You think it's coming? It's coming, isn't it?
Talking about a country that should win Eurovision soon, let's talk about Australia. Oh my God, Michael, we got top 10. We did not expect that. We were hoping that could be the very best in a million years, but we didn't really probably believe enough.
Yeah, it was the juries came for us, didn't they? That was probably the pit we didn't see coming. We really were rewarded for that song. We were a little worried about the running order, and if we were going to get sort of mashed by everyone around us, we ended up really standing out. So fantastic job by Voyager all week. They've been fantastic ambassadors for Australia as well. They deserve the result, and a top 10. We're kind of blown away. So well done. Thanks.
We're in cloud 9 today after. This is brilliant.
Didn't really get much at the televote. We did get in the double figures, but they deserve that top 10.
I do think that whole kind of, worry about where we were thinking with the whole song was probably about how we were feeling with the televote, and really probably where we were worried about it did kind of come true in a way. 20th in the televote, but double figures, as you said, and I think that's fantastic. And there was a lot of points at the top, and a lot of people kind of got in that mid to low range of double figures, so it was all very close there. So nothing to be, it doesn't affect anything. We got 9th, we got top 10. This is amazing. An independent little prog rock metal band that's been around for decades from Perth to make the top 10 at Eurovision. No one thought we were going to make it, including us. I thought maybe 12th, 13th. So fantastic result for Voyager. A wonderful day for Australia, and we're just chuffed. Another top 10 result. We are doing very well. I'm very happy about the whole thing.
Excellent.
Now, any other kind of there's obviously a lot of other songs. Is there anything that you would like to mention, Michael?
First and foremost, Cyprus, Andrew, top half of the scoreboard there. Fantastic, really, really did. He had a terrible running order, let's be honest. We thought he was pretty much gone after he was announced in that running order, but fantastic, did well. Also did very well in both the juries and the televote. So an excellent job there by Andrew. Hopefully the start of big things for him.
Yeah, he had a tough running order, and the fact that he had all these big songs after him, he held his own and then some. Top half at Eurovision is amazing, and what I loved about it, because he's a fan, when he got his result, he was looking at the scoreboard, counting like a fan, where did I come? Where am I coming? And I love that
doing
about
the maths, he was good stuff.
He really, really was, and well done. 2 Australians in the top half, a fantastic result there. I just want to quickly mention, I think Ukraine has done really well to come 6th. Big televote there, but also a really slick performance. This we kind of felt it could be top 10, and 6th place is a great result.
Excellent.
And also, Gustav, Belgium. Remember when he won the national final and everyone's like, this is not going to qualify? He just came 7th, smashed it. 12 points from Australia as well in the jury.
Yeah, he's a very popular guy, hasn't it? Sort of built momentum. We've seen it all week. Every performance in the shows, the crowd just went off. So couldn't be more happy for a really experienced artist. He's no spring chicken, this guy. He's generally been in the background. This was his time in the spotlight, and he really took it. Congratulations to him.
So pleased to see it. A bit of a surprise probably was Estonia doing so well with the jury. We knew one one song was going to jump out and do well with the jury. I thought it would be Switzerland. It wasn't. You probably thought it was Lithuania. They did pretty good, but Estonia stole the show for the jury.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at it, of course, she's an incredible vocalist. The whole package was very slick and all worked. I am a little surprised the juries came for it that strongly, but hey, they did, and she deserves a good result. Excellent. Another top 10 for Estonia.
Croatia got their best result in many years, coming in 13th, left-hand side of the scoreboard. A good televote score there. Very importantly, for anyone who knows about the bet, Armenia came 14th, right-hand side. Now, if they came left-hand side, I had to shave my beard off. And thank you, Croatia, because you beat them by 1 point. I get to keep the beard. Congratulations on that.
That was your loudest cheer of the evening, I think.
Sorry, Armenia. I'm so glad to see you not do so well. You've got. Let's talk about France and Spain, because I think France was. People were calling for a top 5. I think I even had around that kind of 5th, 6th mark. Did okay, coming in at 16th, and then Spain really bombed in the public vote, but did come 17th overall.
A little bit shocked with France, to be honest. I did think it was a package that was going to appeal to both jurors and televote. Look, moderately did in both sides, to be honest. I don't really see what the problem was. Maybe, who knows, but very surprised there. Spain, we did have our doubts about if that song was going to translate to a European televote. It didn't. A single figure for Spain after what happened last year was really quite shocking, but the juries did come for her. She got something like 90 points or something in the jury, so look, not all bad for Spain.
Yeah, exactly. And I do think the thing with France, maybe it was a style that was maybe certain demographic would go through, but also maybe it had an identity crisis. Was it an upbeat disco song? Was it a big ballad? Was it a chanson? And this huge staging almost overpowered her in a way. Though that big note she hit at the end, I thought was fantastic, and I was like, this is on for a good result.
Yeah.
Well, we were wrong, obviously, but she did okay on both sides.
These things happen.
And just let's talk about UK. Obviously, the host, they've come in 25th and 26th. Look, I thought May gave her a good performance, and it was a good show closer, and the crowd went off, and it made the show. It was a wonderful part of the show. Maybe the points didn't come for it, but don't be too downbeat about it, UK.
Yeah, once again, these things happen at Eurovision. I have to say, when she drew 26th place randomly, people said, great, we're closing the show. Great for the producers and the show.
Not good for results.
Yeah, exactly. Rarely do show closers do very, very well. Look, also a lot of female solo artists out there that, were stealing the limelight. And if people like Loren, Noah and Alessandra are soaking up the tally points, there doesn't leave much come the end for May, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you had a few of those songs that weren't there, like the Unicorn, like the Norway, then you'd probably see more points going her way.
Even Poland.
Yeah.
Poland got a good televote. But I mean, she's a great ambassador for the UK. I think she's handled it with a lot of class, etc. It's good to see the media here aren't kicking her when she's down, type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think it was a good entry that probably just needed a bit more oomph, but nothing to. The result wasn't there, but I think it's a good song that has done commercially well as well.
Yeah.
And just the last one to talk about, Germany, last place. I think Germans will kind of be going, well, look, we went and did something different that wasn't safe, and they did a good result, but we still came last. I reckon there'll be some sort of soul searching in Germany. I feel bad for them because I did think they took the best direction they could this year with the songs that they had.
Yeah, it's in that national final. Lord of the Lost were definitely the ones to send. So maybe look at what's been put in the national final. But look, they got points.
Yeah.
I think the most embarrassing thing for Germany recently is the zeros. They didn't get zeros. So that's definitely a step forward. Try and keep sending established artists with decent songs. There was nothing wrong with that presentation at all. It just happened to not get the points on the night. Perhaps Australia did them no favours, overshadowing them with the rock genre.
Yeah, I do agree. I think that probably was the case to a point there, so sorry about it, Germany. Any other last call outs before we finish up?
Poland. got to mention my girl. She did very, very well. Obviously, it's been a difficult road for her since the Polish national final, so just to get in that grand final was terrific, and to pick up the televote she did, I think she should be very, very happy with that.
And I just want to call out just generally about the kind of closeness of the points, because there was so much at the top. You saw things like Albania, I have to get my mention of Albania, and come 10th in the public vote with only like 50 odd points, 59 I think it was, but top 10 in the televote nonetheless. So there was very fine margins, I think, once you went further down, particularly in the public vote, once you got past those few, and we kind of thought that might happen. And also great to see the rest of the world get their vote. So pleased. They voted for Israel, they voted for a lot of other ones, and Albania did well there. I think there was a bit of diaspora voting in the rest of the world, so that'll be one to watch in the future, I think.
Yeah. Also a quick shout out too for Australia. We did win semi-final 2. We noticed another semi-final win there for Australia. It's 3 out of the 7 semi-finals that we've competed in. So well done to Voyager there.
Yeah, and look, we could do a whole other thing on the semi-final results, but we probably don't have time. But some pretty shocking ones in there, so I'm feeling sorry for like Malta and Netherlands and a few others who will struggle with the televote, and we'll need to send something very good to get through in the future. All right, well look, that is the wrap-up of Grand Final.
And a fantastic event here in Liverpool. I can't talk highly enough about this city. It's been fantastic. It's just incredible experience. I know every fan basically that's been here has said they've enjoyed it. So well done to the organisers, well done to the city.
Yeah, it's been an amazing Eurovision. It's been fantastic, and I can't talk about it anymore or I'll start crying because I'm getting post-Eurovision depression already because everything's being torn down. But we're looking for a well-deserved holiday in Albania next, on the beaches of Albania. So we'll be blasting out some duja on the streets there.
Lucky we've been positive about them while we've been here.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, and I hope your favourite did well, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, thanks guys.
See you later.